What's going on, y'all? Polo Sports Talking ENT here again with another one. I'm gonna talk about this real fast. I'm pretty sure everybody knows about what happened about the game last night. Uh, Hit that like, hit that sub, also hit the notifications if you're not getting my videos. I want to also say thank you to my new subscribers that just subscribed to the page. I appreciate the love and support. We're gonna stay rocking, man. What's up, Think Tank? What's up, Blackface? I see y'all in the building, man. Listen here, man. I've been telling people for a long time about Cameron Payne. Okay, I've been telling them about him. I've been telling people about him ever since he was in OKC. And what do people do? They brush they brush shit up under the rug just like they always do. Okay, Cameron Payne, along uh, with dead homie Pat Beverly, they're the ones that kept their teams in it. That's just in my opinion because Pat Bev, man, he played really great defense on Devin Booker for as much as as well as he could. Now the foul trouble, he started getting into foul trouble pretty early, but nevertheless the Clippers were able to stay in it. They were able to actually win this game had it not been for uh, a few minor errors that hey, what's up, Anthony? I see you in the building. For a few minor errors that Ty Lue made, and of course the Paul George freeze up, you know. But I'll talk about that in a minute. What we need to be talking about is Cameron Payne and the job that he did throughout the whole course of the game. I don't know, Cameron Payne, man. He's like one of those type of guards that's real slick with it. For the fact that he's already left-handed, that's already that's already gonna give you that's already gonna give you hell right there. And the fact that he could come in and hit shots when needed, he had been doing that. He did that when he was in the backcourt at OKC with Russell Westbrook, but nobody really recognized it like that. You know, I have always liked Cameron Payne, and what he did yesterday shows you why he can be relied upon to run the one, to run the show. I mean, 29 points and 9 assists. That's excellent. He played an excellent game, and he was real patient. Now there were a few things that I felt that he could have did just a little bit better. In terms of because he tends to get a little bit out of control sometimes, but nevertheless he played a great game along with Phoenix overall. Uh, Now the big question is is LA in trouble now that they're down 2-0? Now some people will say, nah, they've been through this before. Some people might be like, well, uh, we'll be able to crawl out of this again. But how many times are they going to keep doing this? How many times are they going to keep going down 2-0 and having to fight their way back? I mean, they've done it. They've done it with Dallas. They got in trouble with, of course, Utah, and now they're getting in trouble with Phoenix. So their road to the finals is not going to be easy. And Paul George, let's just call it what it is. He can only do, Paul George can only do so much. Uh, we still have to remember that he still had a devastating injury. You know, let's just let's just call it what it is. The he's not the defender like he once used to be, but he can still be very valuable. But at the same token, I mean, he can only do so much. He did okay throughout the stretch of the game, but I think, in my opinion, that breakdown of the game really told everything. Uh, I don't think that they have an answer. They don't have an answer for Aiden. They don't have no answer for Aiden. Even though Paul George he put up 26, 6 and 6. It was the end of the game. Everybody else pretty much You know, I mean, you had Reggie Jackson. He did his thing. He had 19. Uh, I was impressed with Luke Kennard and how he played, and Zubac actually played a decent game because Zubac had a double double. But like I said, it was the end. It was the end that told the story. Now I'm gonna also talk about DeAndre Ayton in another video. But DeAndre Ayton is a problem. Now that he got the mid range shot going, nobody fucking with DeAndre Ayton right now. You can say what you want. DeAndre Ayton is emerging as a premier big man and possibly a superstar in the league if he keeps on doing what he's doing. There, no, Aiden is a terror because I'm not even tripping on the fact that he had 24. He had 14 rebounds in 35 minutes of play. Okay, now Devin Booker, he had 20 points, but like I said, it was the story of the guards was Cameron Payne, and see that's what's key. That's what's key about Phoenix, and that's what's gonna really tell the story about Phoenix is their backup play and their backup weapons. It's not really about okay, Devin Booker and being that they're not as deep as some people may think that they are, they're still getting it done. They also had Dario Saric, who had 11. Then you had Cameron Johnson. I thought he did a solid job as well. Now, the thing that I need to ask about is Mikal Bridges and Jay Crowder. You know, I like Jay Crowder, and I like what he brings to the table. But sometimes when things ain't going right for him, as far as get things getting in his head, he tends to his place declines. It's so easy to get in his head. And then Mikal Bridges, he's one of I love watching Mikal Bridges. You can ask Hitman X. I've always been vouching for Mikal Bridges, but man, he was a I'm not gonna say he was a non factor, but he didn't really do what what we have wanted him to do. He only had 5 points, so I was real impressed. Nevertheless, they still got the win. It still doesn't matter as long as they got the win. Cameron Payne, like I remember I was on the stream one time, and I mean everybody and their mama just went ham when I said Cameron Payne was nice and a good backup, and a lot of people didn't agree with that. It's not about okay, when you look at a person's stats and you look at that guy's stats and everything, and he might only average like 8 points or you know 4 assists or something like that. It's can you come in and do a good job when it's needed in great moments. And in this case, he did it. He's done a superb job. He's done a superb job in the absence of Chris Paul. Let's just call it what it is. Everybody was actually doubting the Suns, being that Chris Paul wasn't there. They felt like Chris Paul, to a certain degree, was more value than what Kawhi would be, being that they already have Paul George. So y'all guys tell me what you think. Y'all leave your comments. I'm gonna get into something else a little bit later. Oh nah, I'm going live a little bit later, and we'll talk. We'll be able to chop it up a little bit later. But leave your comments, man. Tell me what y'all think. What y'all think about Cameron Payne? I'll holler at y'all.